Rika and
Jessicarabbit.
So I'm gonna be silly. I'm waiting for Jessicarabbit to come. And you see my green screen? This shit is funny. I want to see her reaction when she comes. So hold on right quick. I didn't do what I wanted it to do. God damn it. Hold on. And here she comes. Rika is no longer here. I am Grass Ika. Oh, I wanted to see your reaction. Oh, I just made my hair hurt. Ow. Okay, let me change it back. Welcome back to another episode of Soul Healer Podcast. It's your girl Rika and
Jessicarabbit. Hey, y'all.
So y'all got to see my silly side at the beginning. I thought that little filter thing was hilarious, and I wanted to see her reaction. I was like, damn, my hair, my eyeballs, the back of my throat, my nose holes. I was like, okay, this is funny. I wanted her to laugh.
What caught me off guard first is like, oh, it's being recorded. I'm like, we're recording already? Okay. And then that's why I was like,
oh, you can see the recording thing at the top. Dang, I wanted to be sneaky. Well, today's episode, okay, so I had a birthday. We celebrated my birthday. I talked about how my ankles felt walking across the grass and stuff. And that made me think about all the things that nobody told me, or probably told any of us, that we can expect when you get old. Mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this, Mama said. Now, I'm showing my age if y'all don't know. You know that's a song, right? You heard that song before, right? Okay. So, yeah, this episode is going to be talking about all the things we were never told about when we're going to get old. And then some of the stuff to show our age, too, just to be funny. But, yeah, Husby has a birthday. Yay. Happy birthday to Jessicarabbit's husband. Let's say happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I wanted him to pop in so I can sing to him directly. But it's my morning voice, so I probably wouldn't have been. But how you doing over there, girl?
I'm good. Tired. It was Memorial Day weekend, but wasn't really a weekend. It's just like nonstop. Like from the time you get up to the time you go to bed, it doesn't stop.
Oh my goodness. My ass slept into like 11 o'clock a.m. I went to bed probably midnight, hanging up late, playing, it wasn't even that late, playing video games with my husband. And then I woke up, I ordered me a memory foam ergonomic pillow. This is supposed to be good to support the neck when you're a side sleeper and your stomach sleeper. And that came early in the morning. I grabbed it, opened it up, took it out the box, and went back to sleep.
You tried it right away.
I had to try it out. I was like, I'm going to test this shit. That's why between that overnight shipment, between 7 and 11, give me my pillow. Had the kid bring it to me. He thought it was some stuff for him. So I was like, can you bring me that package right quick? Went right back to sleep. They probably like, this bum ass nigga is sleeping until 11 o'clock. Who does that? I'm like, this is what a staycation is about.
Just stay and rest and
But you didn't get no rest?
Yeah, a little bit. No, hey, what was that day? Remember I told you, what day was that? And I slept until like the next morning.
You said 14 hours. You slept 14 hours?
I was on the phone with Ari and Nicole, and I guess she could tell I was getting like a little restless, so I get real quiet. She's like, "Okay, order your food." I was like, "All right, girl." I rolled over with the sleep, and I woke up the next morning. The kids and my husband woke me up, but in between that, it was just like went right back to sleep.
Oh,
I
you were
didn't.
tired.
And I was like, oh, and I was just counting all the hours. I was like, whoa, it was like 14 hours.
And see, these are some of the things that people never told us. They didn't tell us that we would get lazy. We would be restless when we're sleepy. Like, it's like we're going backwards.
Yeah, like
Back to when we were kids.
nap time is relevant again. Yes, I like
But
nap.
I think, okay, so what I noticed, even with old people, it's probably why I don't really like old people like that. It's like they go back to being an infant. Like, you don't have no teeth no more. Everything has to be soft and mashed up. People got to carry you and shit.
You ever notice like people and little kids get along the best
Mhm.
when they're together? It's like, you know, they they always get along.
And old people and little kids like to pinch people. I'm just gonna pinch you. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are we going backwards?
I don't know.
And then people have that midlife crisis. They feel like that's the teenage years. That's the teenage years. I'm about to turn 21. I'm about to do everything I want to do. So we hit that midlife crisis, and then we go backwards.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Because you think about it, as you get older, your hair starts falling out like a little kid, so you look like the little bald baby again. Then nap time, and then you notice like your older grandparents, all they do is sleep all day like a newborn baby. They
Mm-hmm.
sleep, eat, and poop.
They be in pain. Probably bodies be aching and shit. I'm like, when you said you slept for 14 hours, I was like, there you go. You needed rest. Your body needed rest. I needed to sleep through some pain.
I was like, did I wake up and am I any taller?
Then you shrink. You go back to like your normal height.
I don't need to shrink. My mother shrunk. That's how I know she's getting old. My mother is about my height now, and she was 5'6". So I was like, why are we like, I was like, ooh, you're starting to shrink.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, seeing my parents get old is crazy. Like looking at them and starting to see, wow, you're old. I remember my parents being my age. Thinking about like my mom being my age, her daughters graduating high school.
I thought my mother was old then.
I did too, because my mom was 37 when I graduated high school. So I thought she was old then. I'm like, oh, this old lady. Now I understand why she was kind of listening to the music we were listening to and different things like that, because that, yeah, my husband said that to me in the car the other day. He was like, why are you listening to this music? What do you think, you're young? I said, yeah, I'm the hip mom. I'm the cool mom.
That's how I feel too. I'll be like, keep it a step. My kids be like, no, don't do that. I was like, what?
I know. They're haters. They want to be old men.
Yeah, I can't compare myself to my mother. Like, I always thought she was just old. But my mother has been doing the robot since I was like 8.
My mom was like, oh, look at the penguin. I'm like, that penguin, what the heck? I'm like,
The
oh, no.
penguin.
Yeah, girl. You
What the
stand up, yeah, you shuffle side to side. Yeah, penguin. Yeah. She said that was big in the 70s or something. I don't know.
penguin? I've never heard of that. Babe, you heard of the penguin before? You heard of the penguin before? It's a dance.
Yeah.
He's not that old. He talks about he's like, you like 50 years old. I'm like me. No, I'm not. He's a baby. I'm a cougar. I'm a cougar.
How much younger?
Girl, 2 years.
Oh, mine's 10 months and he tries to act,
1, 2. 2 years.
I'm 10 months and he tries to act like I'm a cougar. See, that's another thing I didn't know we had in common.
We both cougars. High five.
I don't know.
Gotta whip him in shape.
My mom's tit when you were born. I'm not that old.
Oh,
Okay. Buddy, I wasn't even walking yet. I was still in diapers.
Lord. My husband said this morning, he said, you old when somebody said, and I'm paraphrasing. That's when you old when you're paraphrasing because you can't remember exactly what the person said, but you want to tell somebody and then like the punchline be gone. But he said, you old when somebody say 30 years ago and you think back like, oh, like 1970 something, and you like, damn, 30 years ago, that was that wasn't
that TikTok that says people born in the late 1900s. I mean, in 1990. I was like, 1990?
Oh, I was like the late 1900s. I was still picturing like 1910, 1920.
I'm picturing like the stuff we seen in school, not
the late 1900s. Whew. We ancient.
Yeah, I was a teenager in the late 1900s.
So what I wish they would have told me when I was younger, but no, they probably would have scared the hell out of me if they told me all of this stuff. And I'd be like, no, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. I'm not growing up. I'm gonna drink coffee. I'm gonna stunt my growth. How can I stay here and not go any farther? But like that. The brain fog. I just lost my train of thought.
I wish I would have known that Martin and them and Living Single was fake, that it wasn't going to be like that you really had to go to work and pay bills, and you just didn't get an apartment. You didn't get this cool apartment with all this nice furniture and stuff. You know what I'm saying? All that was a setup. All of your friends coming over and we just having a good old time and everybody's just doing great things.
No. That never happened with me either.
No. My first few, every apartment got better, but we have never been like falling out of control.
Right. Have they ever had any episodes where people was like, how the fuck I'm gonna pay my rent?
No, like they had the one Martin was like, oh, they wanted his rent $25 and he didn't want to do that. It was like never.
They wasn't balancing no checkbooks. Do people still balance checkbooks? Do people still have checkbooks?
People.
I probably still got a box of checkbooks that I haven't touched. Probably got an old address from 10 years ago.
Somebody told me, I was calling, they needed something from me. They're like, oh, can you send a cancel check? I said, they don't have cancel checks anymore.
Do you guys watching know what a checkbook is and what it looks like?
Remember they used to teach us how to balance a checkbook? I remember my grandmother and my mom giving me old checks and teaching me how to write out a check.
Oh my goodness. Well, somebody needed to taught the person at the car dealership that I got my car from how to write a check, because apparently he didn't know how to spell out the amount that I paid for, and they declined that shit.
Go by the words, and what people don't know is they don't go by the number, the digital number on the check. They go by the words. So if the written words are not correct, they won't give it to you. So whatever that says, it has to match that. And it goes, yeah. And it was funny because one of my exes, I had written a check out of his account for cash. And he's like, I know you did it because you're the only one that knows how to write a check.
Grandmama told me.
What?
Use all your resources, baby girl.
If you write for cash, it doesn't say who technically you written.
Wow.
Yeah, I learned all those little stuff. But I mean, hey, and then I wish I would have known about hyperpigmentation, because I would have treated my skin a lot better in my youth when I didn't have to wear really mascara, when it was really just put a little eyeshadow on, make sure my eyebrows were done, lashes, lip gloss. I was good. Maybe a little blush just to brighten it up. Or I used to always take like a little highlighter, and like I would go. But I really didn't use the serums and, facials and really take good care of my body. Get a pimple, pop it, all the mark could go away. Like now,
Mhm.
oh, I don't want these wrinkles. I don't want this. Nobody said
They
this
ain't
to me.
tell me all these fucking moles was gonna pop up all over me. I'm like,
Oh,
I get a new fucking mole almost every day.
yeah,
Like,
see,
damn, where did these come from?
my mom's like that, so I kind of,
They like in the middle.
yeah, I'm waiting for that to happen. It happened in some. I've noticed new moles. I get strawberry moles too. So between the black moles and the strawberry moles, that's what's popping up on
It's like
me.
strawberry chocolate. It's a Neapolitan.
Like red. Like, so instead of them being brown and black, they're red.
Oh, do y'all even know what Neapolitan is?
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan, right? Strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla.
Everybody would eat the strawberry and the vanilla, and there'd be a whole bunch of chocolate left over. And
Hmm.
I'm not buying anymore until you eat that chocolate. You asked for it. Oh, what about the Breyers ice cream that had like the ribbon? Remember that?
It was a ribbon on the box.
No, it was real fancy. It was called Valencia or something. I don't know. I
You
find
bougie. I don't know nothing about that. I grew up in poverty. No, I
no,
didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Take that back. I take that back.
we never got it. It was pretty. I never got it. I'll give you a picture so you can have it pop up. I never had it. I said when I get old enough, I'm going to have that. And by the time I got old enough, it was gone.
All I knew was butter pecan. My mother bought stuff that she wanted.
Pralines
Think
and
about
cream.
nobody else. Pralines and cream. Mm.
My grandparents, that was always pralines and cream.
I knew
Yeah.
about that because I used to work at Baskin Robbins. And that's how, okay, I used to be pressed to be older. I had a fake ID. And that was the only way I was able to work at Baskin Robbins because I was 15. I wasn't even supposed to be working. I went down to one of them little passport places in downtown DC that was run by foreigners that they didn't care. They just wanted the money. I accidentally, I did it on purpose. But the year I was born, I changed it to something else. They didn't check for a birth certificate or nothing. So I had this fake ID. I showed the, huh?
For your social security number or nothing?
No. I filled out a fucking application. That was it. I was like, oh, I lost my ID. I just need another one really quick. And you know how to, when you get your way, you bat your eyelashes. Oh my God, I really need to get I can't cash my check. I'm like, I look 12 probably.
What happened? Like they didn't
No,
ask for a
no,
number?
no,
How did
nothing.
like under the table?
I don't even remember because I'm old now. So I don't remember what I did, but I showed my little fake ID. I probably still use my same social security number and everything, but I don't know what type of system they had, but I had a job at Baskin Robbins. And then something happened. I don't remember who snitched on me. Somebody snitched on me and they found out, or they corporate must have reported back and was like, we need more documents or something. And then they found out I wasn't old enough, so I got fired. But that's how I tried pralines and cream. That's my that long story just based off of pralines and cream. I tasted every type of ice cream they had there.
See.
I wanted to grow up. Now I'm just like, can we just pause it for a second?
Yeah, I wanted to be older. I wanted to be out on my own. Like this generation now, like they're not leaving their parents home.
Mm-mm.
We were like kicked out the door.
I kicked myself out the door.
Oh yeah. I mean, I went to college. I came home for winter break and had an apartment by January.
Mm.
No,
You
I
know
couldn't
you're
do it.
old when your apartment only costs $500 a month, including electric. All utilities included. I paid $500.
Okay, the studio was $720.
Mm.
Because what you think DC area in Jersey is the same, but we're expensive. So
Yeah.
that was $720 was a really good price. I worked 2 jobs for the longest. At one time, I was working 3 jobs. I was teaching to the after school program and I was bartending, just so I would not have to go back home.
I worked temp jobs. I took lots of leaps of faith when I was a kid. I was like, oh, I got some money. I could do this, but my lease was month to month. So I could leave whenever I wanted to. So month to month, $500 a month, all utilities included. It wasn't that bad of a neighborhood. I mean, I grew up in the neighborhood. So yeah, the kids used to steal cars and then park them in the back of my building. But half the kids I knew.
Your car was okay.
Yeah, mine was fine. But that's how, yeah, that is showing my age, because nowadays you can't get shit for $500. You can get a car note and live in your car.
When I saw, what was it, my old apartment, and for a 2-bedroom, when I lived there, it was, I think, just going up to 1,100. And that's when it was like, okay, we ain't paying for this, because the parking was horrible in the winter. It was horrible all year long, but the winter was horrible. They half paved. I'm like, I'm not paying all this money for this. I think now it's like up to 1,400, and they haven't renovated. It says newly renovated, and they haven't renovated. They haven't renovated since before we got there.
Damn.
And I'm like, yeah, like a 2-bedroom up here in Jersey, you're paying at least between 14 to maybe 1,800 if you are not on subsidized housing, Section 8.
Mortgage.
I think my friend got an affordable housing, and I think she said hers was like either 1,100 or 1,400. That's what affordable. It's a nice apartment, brand new, but still, like, whoa.
That is definitely a mortgage. So I feel this generation, woo, child. I used to wish, well, they did have quarter sodas when I was younger, but when people were talking about penny candies, well, we had penny candies. I was able to experience some of that. Yeah, we were able to make phone calls for 25 cents, but that was at a payphone. I don't even know if payphones still exist nowadays, unless in jail.
Or I've seen them around sometimes in the hood. It's like, ooh, look at that.
They probably think it's a photo op. Oh, let me take a picture in this. It's like where Superman changed his clothes. Dude, they probably don't even know about that. My husband said, you old when random aches and pains pop up out of nowhere for no reason. Like you weren't doing anything. You didn't lift nothing, and all of a sudden it feel like your knee gonna give out on you. The hell?
Like, hey, Charlie. Hey, Charlie, alone, Charlie. Yeah.
That fucking Charlie horse in the middle of the night. Yeah, you rolling over in the middle of the night. All of a sudden you get a cramp in your leg. Like, can't move. Call 911.
Or what about walking up the stairs? And remember, I had been able to run up the stairs and run downstairs, up and down, up and down. And that's like my knee hurts by the end of the night. It's like, oh my God, this knee. Or I bought arthritis medicine.
Oh no.
Go try, and then tell me why Bubba started putting it on. He doesn't like lotion, but then decides to put.
Was it like icy hot or something?
It's not icy hot. It's the Voltron something, but yeah, it was not.
He was screaming like, ah!
Yeah, if it was hot, he would have been mad. He would have been mad, and I would have laughed.
Oh my goodness.
I love that now. The was it the blue emo or something? It gets like it warms up. Oh my gosh.
I ain't that old yet. Maybe I am. I just ain't found out about it yet. We be finding out about all types of shit and be like, hey, you heard about this? Hey, you ever tried this before? Hey, you ever? We both got denture cream in our medicine cabinet. You have dentures. You old when you eating a cheeseburger and your tooth cracks. I thought it was some kind of hard ass pieces of bone or something in my hamburger meat. And then the other day I'm like, what's going on? Something ain't right. It's like, am I fucking tooth chip?
A piece of candy, but oh my God. Oh my
applesauce in your fucking tooth chip.
Or your hairline. Nobody said that women's hairline recedes too. Like men, I was like, my hairline and anymore.
Now, men, we ain't talk about y'all. Men, y'all know y'all old when your belt is tight under your belly. And you got the shirt tucked in, and then your belly kind of hangs over. Like y'all can look like y'all about 3-4 months pregnant too.
Yes.
Oh, it's the beer. Oh, it's the liquor. Oh, it's the do some sit-ups.
No. Or the pack of hot dogs on the back of the neck.
The roly-poly. In the back of the neck. That's how you know you old, because I've seen some young people with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe they're not that old. They're not that young. Did you show me that video, that TikTok video of the man dancing outside?
Oh yeah, Uncle Perm.
He was dancing outside. He was offbeat. I don't even know what he was dancing to, but I was like, that house behind him, you know, he live in that house with his mama, and it's like it's probably gonna have one of those clean it or lean it signs in the front yard. And if they don't cut the grass, it's an eyesore to the neighborhood. They don't have HOA in that neighborhood, but you can tell he live in that house with his mama. He probably collects Social Security and her disability at the same time, but then try to holler at some young girls.
Mm-hmm. He's like the type that you'll be like, all right, just hurry up and get this over with so I can pay my rent. Next time, pay my rent first, and then he's
Sprinkle,
okay.
sprinkle. Look at you sounding like Sprinkle, Sprinkle. You better start watching that lady.
I had a lot of her in me that I had to
calm down.
Because a lot of it, I was like, I know that's right, girl. Like we were talking about, well, I cannot disclose my secret.
Oh, okay.
My husband listens to this, and yeah, we can't know everything.
Oh, okay.
But some of the stuff
you're gonna forget about it anyway because you old. Just act like, oh, I don't remember what you're talking about.
He already knows. He already knows my little tricks already. But like how you try to, you know what? I need you to do this. And you know what? I remember you saying that you were gonna go and like trim the hedges. Remember that? Remember you said that was like a really good, and then you can go over there and do it, and you know, try to make it.
I had to check myself too, because my husband said he was going to send me a link to this Reddit post about say your age without saying your age, and I was just like, you said you was going to send me that link to my phone. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm sorry, honey. When you're done, can you send me that link that you were talking about? You know, I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, I mean, it was always like you gotta make it like it's his idea, or you know, you get a treat, or you know, some of
But
it.
why we got to do this stuff when we get older? Like, we didn't never have to do that shit when we was younger, and we could get away with it. Now that we're older, we got to conform. We got to be nice.
Yeah, it's
just because somebody else's mama ruined them a little bit, or they got mommy issues. Now we got to be.
But we are. Okay, you ever notice with your son? Do you ever caught yourself doing something that you have to do with your husband? You're like, oh my God, this is how he turned out this way.
Like, give me an example.
So Bubba was watching the movie, and it was like the superhero part, like I guess like the guys really kicking butt, and he's like, "Mommy, watch!" Oh, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And they expect you to be this big old parade for anything they do because your mama did it for them. And I was like, "That's how this."
You got to be a cheerleader.
Yeah, and then now they expect their woman to be a cheerleader for them as well. And
well, I have to tell them, like, well, nobody told me when I got older I was going to lose patience, but I can't even talk. When I got older, I was going to not know how to talk. That I was going to lose a little bit of patience. My tolerance level would be a little lower. Like, it should have been side effects.
no, it should. I remember watching my mom, and I go, "Ooh, that was a little harsh. You didn't have to do that." And then now me, like you were with me at what was it, AutoZone?
Oh God, it was mean, y'all. It was mean. Don't let that pretty face fool you. I felt like I had to be nice because she stonewalled this man in AutoZone. This old man, he thought he knew everything, was trying to tell her stuff she already knew, and she ignored him, like walked right past him as if he did not exist. I was like, okay, thank you. All right. Appreciate it. She was just like, you know where the funnels are?
Trying to give me the wrong oil, and I'm like, I know which oil my car takes. And then he didn't believe me. And then he looked up and I was like, told you. I'm not stupid. I'm a girl, but I know, okay? But then the guy wanted to put the oil in for me. I was like, okay, go ahead. One last thing I had to, and then I found the funnel was in my trunk. I was like, I know I had a funnel, but I didn't know if I took it out, it was in my trunk. I was like, oh, dang, there's a funnel. So now I know the next
So
time.
she was nicey. She was nicey.
It was taking everything in me. So if I start going like, that's me counting down. And that's what I started doing. And
did you learn that when you were little to count? Count to 10.
So I don't blow up.
Where'd you get that tool from?
I think school was trying to teach me not to just, because I go off and like, it's, yeah.
They didn't tell me when you get older, you're just gonna get hot. Your temperatures don't match nobody else's in the house. One person cold, the other person's sick, the other person's hot, and I'm sweating and cold at the same time. But I was pressed because y'all made this jacket, or you can't even see it. Yes, I jazzed my jacket up. Damn, you can't. Oh,
you know what? It's cute, but you know that's how you get older, because my mom has everything but that. But it's cute. Don't take it off. It's I like it though. But yours is
I like being creative.
Hers is worse though. Hers is like really, really bedazzled. I like the pearls though.
So I got the pearls and the little stones.
It's cute. You are so very, very, very creative.
I was being creative, and she just said, okay, her mother. No offense, Carol.
But that's how she bought me this this hat.
Your sound going out. What happened?
My mom brought me this hat, and my husband said, it looks like you one of those ladies that's about to go get a ticket to go to Atlantic City on the bus. She said, when I got my convertible, she was like, oh, yeah, you got this hat. And it was like all bedazzled, and like, he was like, no, don't do it.
My mother hosts Atlantic City bus trip. I told you. Oh, maybe it was the coffee. I don't know. But y'all see, look, my mama got me a mug. She knows I like myself a lot. So she.
Oh, you old when you used to have a bike with your name on it, but then you had a unique name, so you could never like find your name. Like I could find Jennifer, but my sister, the way they spelled Jasmine, they never could find it, and she was always pissed.
Oh man. Yeah, I never found my name in like Wild World, or is it called Wild World? What is Adventure World now? You know you old when you called it Wild World.
Where is that at? Oh, that's down there.
Adventure World, like Six Flags. Oh, it's Six Flags now. Shit.
It was we used to go to, what was it called?
Because it was Wild World, because it had the Wild Ways, and then it was Adventure World. Huh?
The action park. What did it used to be? I wonder what it used to be.
The Six Flags. Six Flags. Do you remember what the name was before Six Flags?
Called Great Adventures.
Great Adventures. Babe, is Adventure World Great Adventures? Is that the same thing? You don't know? He gonna keep saying, I ain't that old. I don't know what you talking about. You old. I'm not old.
We always said we are gonna go to Great Adventures, and then they changed it to Six Flags.
Yeah.
Park had Wild Water Kingdom and Dining Park. And then there was, I think, Action Park or something in Jersey that closed. Like everybody was dying because they were going down like the water slide. Like there was a death there every day. 1 to 2 deaths. Yeah. Or like a kid getting like all, yeah. So they had to close it.
Yeah, Six Flags used to be it was Wild World. Then I think it changed to Adventure World, unless I made that up. But Adventure World, where did Adventure World come from? Oh, Wild World, then Adventure World, then Six Flags. So Great Adventures
was up here. We had
might
Great
have been
Adventures.
in Jersey. Okay.
Yeah, it was Great Adventures because you either went to Great Adventures or Darning Park, Hershey Park, Action Park, Land of Make Believe.
King's Dominion used to be out of town like that. It
I
could
remember-
be in Virginia, and that was like, oh, you going out of town. That was out of town. I'm in Maryland.
Yeah, like if you were going to Pennsylvania or something like that, that was going out of town. That's no longer considered. Or you're only going to state over.
I'm looking at this Reddit post. So do you remember when McDonald's had this little, it looked like a CD, but it was like a record where you can learn the song and win a prize?
I remember, yes, and I remember Happy Meals being 99 cents.
My mother used to just get me the hamburger Happy Meal. I despised my mother so much when I was younger.
My father, because he would, let's go to McDonald's for breakfast, right? So you know what he would do? He'll get me the Egg McMuffin meal, but get the coffee and give me the Egg McMuffin with nothing to drink.
That Egg McMuffin was trash. But I love it now.
I loved it then, but it was dry. I need something to drink.
Did he add the cheese and the meat too? Or just the egg?
It was, yeah, I had the ham, the Canadian ham and the cheese, but nothing to drink. And then what else? Remember the cheese Danish they used to have
at McDonald's?
They had apple Danish and cheese Danish.
Damn, no, that must have been some Jersey shit. They ain't had that in DC. If they did, my mother didn't buy it.
Yeah, we had that. And then what else? Remember them little McNuggets in the Happy Meal, like the little, you could put them in the carton thingy.
They still have that, right? They got chicken McNugget.
No, the toys.
Oh, they had the McNugget toys.
It was Grimace, Hamburglar.
Oh, I do remember that.
McNuggets.
You remember the California raisins?
Get out my head. I was just about to say that.
They was dancing and singing. Yeah, other than VHS 8 tracks, my husband showed me, it was like the little antenna thing where you can turn from, it was like a little antenna box that you connect to the back of your TV, and then you had the antenna box and you could slide it from one side to the A side to the B side or something. I was like, no, you old, huh? Oh, that was the cable one?
Yeah, that was cable.
Was it?
That's my husband said.
That's how you used to steal cable? No. But you knew you was old when, like, my antennas, you had to put aluminum foil on the tip of the antennas just to get it to straighten up. Yes, you had to adjust it.
And you couldn't touch it. You couldn't touch where the TV was or anything.
Nope. The TVs was too fucking heavy to move anyway. Yes. That's the big back. The big body.
Hit the TV.
You did have to hit the top of the TV to get it to straighten up. But it had the knob. So if the knob wouldn't stay exactly where you needed it to stay, we would take like a matchbook, like the paper, fold up some paper and stick it in between the knobs, get it to stay on the channel.
Or put a wrench in there, or a butter knife to try to get.
Gosh.
A lot of stuff we had probably should have killed us.
These kids don't understand.
Risk our lives every day.
Them fucking the floor model TVs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how people move them things.
Well, they didn't because you just put another TV on top of it.
You did. It just held plants, all types of stuff. Oh my gosh. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
Especially in the first of the month.
What happened to the first of the month? You get some food stamps?
No, because you gotta pay bills.
Oh, you said especially the first of the month. I thought you meant you wish you were a kid on the first of the month.
Food stamps ain't even
See, I'm
food stamps.
sorry.
They ain't even giving people decent amount of food stamps no more. It's
Because they know they're gonna sell them.
it's harder to
It's
do.
like food. What? What's that?
I know
Put a
the paper.
stamp on your food?
I know. I mean, a lot of them places getting in trouble now. I always see them, especially in Jersey, the bodegas buying people food stamps.
Mm.
I'm like, man, you better eat. Shoot. I remember all the days having long hair. Like, dang, I shouldn't have tried all that crap. I could have had. I was like, man, oh man.
But yeah, it's a whole bunch of things they don't tell you about when you get old. And I didn't think at 42 I would consider myself old. But if I think back in the day when I was younger, and if my grandmother was 42, she was old as dirt. She was old. She was old and smelled like green alcohol. Cigarettes. But then people age differently, I guess, back in that day. Or maybe we just have a lot of makeup to cover up our stuff. But like the dark circles, I thought that with sleep, they would go away. Sleep didn't help. I thought that when I stopped smoking, they would go away. That didn't help. So I had to face the fact that
But yours not even that bad. Like, it's not bad.
maybe because I have a tan a little bit, but it's like, I don't know. To me, they are sometimes.
Not, I don't know. I mean, that I think I don't know because we're like a certain color that it shows more so than the tanner you are. I think the better off. It's like, okay, you can't really notice, but you can notice on us. But yours aren't bad. You know, I seen you in person and stuff. Mine are like, oh, especially.
And she could say she saw me in person. I'm sorry.
She's real. Real, y'all. I touched her. She's real. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but when you get old, you're gonna suck.
Nobody tell when you dye your hair and your hair starts to grow in and like more gray and white hair come in, and it's like,
you thought it was gonna cover it up.
why is it more coming in than before?
You start growing hair in random places. Yeah. Pay attention to when you get older. Your body is gonna tell you more often that you're old, even if you don't want to believe you're old. And it seems like it's starting earlier and earlier than back in the day. And I see all those videos on TikTok and it's like, now I know why my ankles hurt. When you dropping down, or knees hurt when you dropping down and get your eagle on, girl. And you doing all these dances.
Yes, all them dances that we used to do in high heels and just
You used to do the A-Town stomp.
Yes, and girl,
Heels on, stilettos, trying to
dance.
look cute in the club, wondering why you got calloused feet and bunions. The lady, oh, extra $10 for your feet.
Oh, you don't want to. You don't. Or like when they say, oh, you put the hot wax. Oh, you don't want that on your feet. Oh, it's softened and make it nice and soft.
The paraffin or whatever it's called. I'm like, ooh, that burn. My skin thinner.
I know, but I love it. Like, that's one thing they always laugh at me. I say, I need you to make that water hot, like you cooking some greens. Yes, boil my feet. It'll soften everything up nice and soft.
Boil.
Look at them ham hocks.
Before we go, wait a minute. So I only said one thing about men. When y'all get older and then like your belt buckles underneath your belly.
The balls.
So the balls are saggy.
Yeah,
So they wait so long for them to drop, and then they drop below, drop below. They get saggy.
They need to have a you know how we get a breast lift, a ball lift.
Oh, they might have to snip it a little bit, roll it under.
And then bring it up, you know, give you some nice
Stand up straight. Stand up straight. You want to hear? They have a little tape measure. What's the height you want them?
And this is a 19-year-old ball, and this is a 40-year-old ball. Which one do you want?
Your nose hair grow a little longer. Start coming out of your nose.
Out of nose, out of their ears. That eyebrows get all whispery, and their hair get all. Then they get right here on a taco meat.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like the taco meat.
Yes.
I don't need nothing. That's like it's gonna chafe like a rug burn. Oh gosh. Let's see. Men when they get older. I'm not a man, so I don't know. I wanted my husband to pop on here to talk about some stuff, but he ain't want to iron his shirt.
I said, "Oh, you want to come on?" And he started getting dressed, and then I don't know where he went. I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
I'm running out of my patience, but no, it's cool. It's cool because they claim that the women be wanting the spotlight. Everybody want to be incognito in the background, and then want to critique and stuff.
Yes, talk about what he called us. He was like, he said something about us the other day. I forgot. Mama asked him talk about us. He said something, called us some type of soul sister, something. I don't know what he little smart remarks.
That's what Jazzy said in the comments. She was like, "Oh, soul sisters," and then JJ gonna say, "Y'all need to have a TV show." I'm like, "You started, we'll star in it."
Mm-hmm.
And it's the men. The men be wanting to critique and then don't want to do the shit themselves. Yeah, JJ gonna start his show. He gonna be like the non-rapey Bill Cosby. And then I'm gonna be Lisa Bonet. Who I'm gonna be? I'm gonna be Vanessa.
Vanessa,
I don't know why I frown like that when I said Vanessa. You gonna be Rudy. Rudy Tooty, fresh and fruity. Rudy Tooty, Judy Booty. Dang. But yeah. Well, Baby Love gotta go. Jessica Rabbit gotta go. I called her the TikTok name, damn.
Baby Love is Baby Love Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit. She got to go. She gotta be a grown-up and do grown-up stuff. But I'm just gonna lay around and be lazy and do midlife crisis stuff. And decide what I want to do when I want to do it. Because I go back to work tomorrow. So
nobody told you when he gets old, one day off throws the whole week off. I swore today was Monday.
What is
today's Tuesday?
It's Tuesday. Oh. Yeah, I lose track of my days a lot.
Mm-hmm. I don't look at the calendar. I go, ooh.
Yeah. My husband and I was talking about the time, calling the time. Like we ain't had no clocks in the house. We had to call the time. 844-2525 or whatever other number you could think of at the end, and you can just make up your own number. What type of shit is that? You can call a number and make up your own last 4 digits, and it'll still go to the same place.
Wow. Yes. Or Yeah.
All right, I said I was leaving. See, you know you old when you say bye 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Or is that just color people stuff?
Just color people, I think.
Um, okay, we're not gonna be on CB time, but we will leave. But try your best not to get old. But then if you get old, don't act like you're young.
Yes.
Because then people are gonna call you old and then they're gonna look at you like you're crazy.
Oh, remember you're not old enough to have the 2 ponytails?
No, no, no more, no 2 ponytails. But you cute though. You could do it. You can get away with it. But your kids might look at you crazy.
Hey.
So, all right. Don't get old. If you get old, then just stay in the house. Don't go nowhere because the sun is going to burn you. Your allergies are going to act up. You're going to have post-nasal drip. All old people have post-nasal drip. You got to wear sunblock and suntan lotion and diaper rash cream. Okay. All right. Until next time, we will see you and speak with you later.
Bye.